What is going on, my beautiful DC brothers and sisters? It's your boy, the Truth 31. Hit like, subscribe for all that DC goodness on that face, neck, and chest. And here it is. The Batman has arrived. And is it the most ambitious? Is it the best Batman movie of all time that will rival every other superhero films to come for the next 10 years? No. However, it is a solid Batman movie. It is a good movie. First off, the big question is, how is Robert Pattinson? How is my man Pattinson? He's good. He does a solid job. I love the way Matt Reeves introduces Batman. I love the way Matt Reeves treats Batman as this urban legend, right? As this myth, as the boogeyman of Gotham City. I thought that take was fantastic, and I love to see that. Sort of like how Snyder did with Batman, right? He's a myth. He's an urban legend, you know. He's the boogeyman of Gotham. So I love the way Matt Reeves portrayed Robert Pattinson. I love the voiceover that Robert Pattinson does throughout the movie. Again, it's very Watchmen, very Rorschach. Again, another one done by Zack Snyder. Zack Snyder is the blueprint. I thought Robert Pattinson's Batman voice, so good, so good. Robert Pattinson, he doesn't have a voice modulator. He's not doing the, where's my housekeeper? He's not doing any of that shit. His voice is smooth, it's clean, it's precise, it's very low, it's very Batman. I'm like, Robert Pattinson, I like it. Good job. So I thought he was really good. Obviously, Batfleck is still my number one Batman. But, however, having said that, I thought Robert Pattinson as Batman did a solid job. His Bruce Wayne, however, not great. Not great. I think what I loved about Nolan's trilogy is that there was a clear distinction between Christian Bale's Batman and his Bruce Wayne, right? You know, Bruce Wayne was the facade, and that's what Christian Bale did. You know, he put up the facade of this playboy billionaire who doesn't give a shit about anything, who always has hot chicks around his arm. With Robert Pattinson as Batman is this. Where's Gotham City? Oh, yeah. That's dark. That's brooding. Yeah. Here's Robert Pattinson's Bruce Wayne. That's Gotham City. That's dirty. That's grungy. Yeah. It's like, and I'm like, hold on. You mean to tell me that no one in Gotham City can put two and two together that Bruce Wayne or Batman are one and the same? Because once I look at this motherfucker, it's like, yo, clearly this motherfucker's Batman, and nobody else notices this. Because Robert Pattinson, he doesn't have that Bruce Wayne persona. He's a recluse. You know, he's essentially Batman in and out of costume, and it's just like, you're like, no one in Gotham City puts two and two together. It's like, are you fucking serious? Like, okay, whatever. But again, his Bruce Wayne, his Bruce Wayne is emo of the fucking emo. If this was back in 2007 and you were a big My Chemical Romance fan, oh my God, you would fucking jizz all over yourself, bro. Because he is super emo. The relationship between Alfred and Bruce Wayne, Andy Serkis, obviously I love Andy Serkis. He's always phenomenal. He's not as prominent here in this movie. But the scenes that he's given with Bruce Wayne, I like their interaction. But, you know, some of the interaction between Bruce Wayne and Alfred is a little fucking like, it is a little childish. It's almost like, you know, Robert Pattinson is that high school kid who got grounded by his father. He's like, Alfred, I fucking hate you. Leave me alone. Get out of my fucking cave, Alfred. It's a little bit of that shit. I'm just like, it's a little too childish for me. And I don't like that interpretation of Bruce Wayne that Robert Pattinson was doing. Because again, it's very 16-year-old emo phase, high school. I fucking hate everything. I hate my life. Get out of my room, Alfred. Get out of my room. I don't like that shit. Like that, okay. That we can, you know, trim off for the sequel. But other than that, I thought he was pretty solid. Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman, my favorite Catwoman. I love Zoe Kravitz. She's awesome. John Turturro as Carmine Falcone, fucking awesome. Yo, I was afraid that John Turturro was gonna ham it up a bit, but he was very subtle. His performance was cold, was calculating. He was menacing as the crime boss. I'm like Jonathan Turner, like he came to play. Colin Farrell, amazing as Penguin. Again, very brief in the movie, but every scene that he's in, like he's fucking phenomenal. It's Colin Farrell, bro, and the fucking makeup for the Penguin, amazing, absolutely amazing. Jeffrey Wright as Jim Gordon, he's good. Again, nothing spectacular. I do like the relationship between Batman and Jim Gordon. I thought that was really fantastic. I'm not gonna compare it to Christian Bale and Gary Oldman because again, like Nolan had a trilogy. This is the very first Batman. So let's see Batman 2 and 3 and 4. How many they want to fucking do, and then I'll compare their relationship. But for right now, for what they had, I thought it was pretty solid. Yo, the homages and the tip of the hat to the comics, like Batman Year One is awesome. There's a lot of Batman Year One in here, written by Scott Snyder and stuff. Great comic book. Batman Earth One, the fucking douchebag Jeff Johns. But I love that book. Again, a lot is taken from Batman Earth One. The Batman Telltale series, a lot is taken from the video game as well. I was surprised. I'm like, wow. So Matt Reeves took inspiration and just like cherry picked each of his favorite comic books. Like, okay, I'm gonna take from this, I'm gonna take from that. Okay, I like this storyline. I like that take of Bruce Wayne. I'm gonna take that. So there's a lot of references here. Again, all good. I was shocked, but I was like pleasantly surprised. I was like, oh shit, like that's pretty awesome. So again, I think the Paul Dano as the Riddler. Paul Dano is the Riddler. That's the one I'm like back and forth with because his introduction in the movie was fucking terrifying. I was like, oh shit, here we go. I was like once I saw this scene, his introduction, I was like, you know what, Paul Dano, this is gonna be my favorite villain in the DC in the DC movies like for years to come. And then he spoke. And then we saw more of him, and I felt like he was in a completely different movie from everyone else, bro. Because everyone in the movie is very calm, very subtle, very low. And here's Paul Dano was like, I am the Riddler. You will listen to me, and I am the king of Gotham City. And Matt Reeves, when are you going to yell cuts? Because I don't know if I'm overacting. If I am, please say something. But I am doing what I am doing. And I'm just like, bro, you're at a 12 right now. Bring it down to a 2. I don't know what movie you're in. I know you're channeling Jim Carrey, but this ain't it, bro. What the fuck are you doing? So when you see the movie, you'll know what I'm talking about. So it's like, so his performance was very back and forth. I thought he had really cool moments, but there are other moments in the film where I'm just like, oh my God, bro. I was just like, Matt Reeves, why didn't you yell cut? Or why didn't you talk to him like, hey, Paul Dano, come here. Great stuff, Paul. But maybe if you can just tone it down just a little bit, maybe that would be great. I'm surprised he didn't have that conversation with him. But other than that, I was like, okay. So, but everything else was pretty solid. Again, there's nothing groundbreaking about this film. If you're a Batman fan, obviously go fucking see the movie. I think you'll enjoy it. If you're a hardcore Batman fan, I think you'll really love it. As for me, I liked it. But again, there's nothing drastic here that reinvents the genre for years to come. There was nothing here that blew my mind. I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. The action sequences are cool, but again, nothing near Batfleck or anything like that. I think it's slightly better than the Nolan trilogy, which is not saying much. But I thought the action was okay. But there was nothing here that blew my mind. Like, holy shit, that choreography was fucking awesome. The score is phenomenal. Michael Giacchino's score, that shit. 10 out of 10, 20 out of 20, fucking home run. Oh my God, that music is fucking making me orgasm right now. That score is phenomenal. I loved it. I love that score. The score might be better than the fucking movie. Because that score is like, woo, that score is amazing, bro. But again, oh, and there was something, I'm not gonna spoil it, but there was something that was so fucking cringe and so like, it was so forced too. It felt like a Marvel movie where I'm just like, oh my God. I think the reason why it was so cringe is because it didn't fit the movie. It felt like a studio executive came in and is like, hey, Matt Reeves, we let you get away with all the shit that you wanted to do, but you gotta fucking put this shit in here, and you'll know it when you see it. And it just sticks out. I'm just like, oh man, I don't like this. Like, it just it dampened the film a little bit for me, a little bit. But again, that's basically like my main critique of the film. Overall, solid Batman film, solid film. Is it a masterpiece? Fuck no, it's not. It's not a masterpiece by any stretch of the imagination, but it's a good time. If you're a Batman fan, you'll enjoy it. If you're not a Batman fan, it's a slow burn. So you may not, enjoy that. I didn't mind it. The 3 hours flew by. I did not feel the length of the film at all. So for me anyway, because I'm a Batman fan, so it's not gonna bother me. But if you're not into this world, you might be like, okay, like when is this shit gonna fucking end? Like I got fucking Gossip Girl to watch. What's going on here? Like, you know what I mean? So, but again, solid Batman film, good film. I recommend it, obviously. Do I want to see Robert Pattinson come back as Batman? Absolutely, because he did a great job, a solid job, and I want to see this world continue, and I want to see this world expand, and I do think that Matt Reeves has a great grasp on the character and the world of Gotham City. So yeah, thumbs up, go watch it. But as always, my beautiful D's brothers and sisters, that's gonna be it. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Discord to join the Truth Army. Share the video, like the video if you'd be so kind, and as always, truth out.